Hello, I'm Ollie.
I'm Jordan.
We're Bring Me the Horizon and you're watching Loudwire.
With the new album, That's the Spirit, came a new sound. How would you describe it and how are fans reacting to it?
I guess it's just an evolution of what we've been doing for the last decade, and I think it's the first album with Jordan where he's been able to have a bit more creative freedom and feel like more a part of the band. And I think Sempiternal, the album before, was kind of just the beginning of us like experimenting and pushing ourselves, and I think That's the Spirit is more like the album that we had as much time as we wanted. No one was putting pressure on us, and we felt confident to do what we wanted without like worrying about if our fans would react negatively to it, or I don't know, feel like it was not heavy enough or whatever. Like doing songs like Drown and even Sempiternal just gave us that last bit of confidence. So I think it's definitely the album we're most proud of.
I know you both produced and engineered the album. Is that the first time you've taken on that role, and why take on all of that extra work?
It's not for you, is it? I think you've kind of always taken on a sort of producer type role anyway.
Yeah.
In all aspects.
I mean, it's actually more work getting someone to work for you that doesn't know how to do it, or you're not happy with how they do it. And we did Drown as like a one-off single that ended up on the album, but we produced that ourselves as kind of a tester. I mean, it wouldn't be something I could do without Jordan, because he, as well as the creative side, he's the technical guy. So it's just not something I've got a clue how to do. But we just felt confident. We knew what we wanted, and we didn't want to be arguing with a producer. We didn't want to be like I don't know. Sometimes it's like too many people involved can just dilute the idea. And if you've got a vision, I think it's best just to do it yourself.
I think when we started, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, we might, if we decided we want to get someone in, then we still can. But as the process went on, it just kind of became obvious that we didn't need someone else.
Yeah.
It would have actually hindered the process probably. So.
The new song is Avalanche. What can you tell us about it musically and lyrically?
I don't know, musically. What do you reckon?
It's a hard one. I guess it's just. It's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite song on the album.
We've never really done a stadium sounding anthem. It's just not what we do, but we really wanted to, without it being an obvious kind of oh, they're just doing that to get big or whatever, a lot of bands do at this point and stuff. But there's elements of bands like U2 and the big stadium that is good, and why they're so big, and we wanted to try and do something like that in our own way. And I think Avalanche is that is the result. It's kind of got that big arena sound, the drum beat, and almost the edge kind of guitar and stuff. But
the verses are kind of weird, a bit 80s sounding. It's just an unusual song for us, but we really like it.
But I think the elements of the orchestra and the lyrical content is much darker than anything you'd hear on that and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of our take on a stadium anthem.
What song has emerged off That's the Spirit as a fan favorite, as far when you're performing at a venue? What do they really get into extra?
Throne, I would say, is the one that always I think it's just so simple for live.
Yeah.
It's a song that I think a lot of people, when they first heard it, were like, is that it? Sort of thing, or didn't get it. But when you see it live, it really makes sense. You know what I mean? Not people loved it, but I think live, it's just perfect. It's just a big sing along and
short and sweet.
Yeah. And that song just goes off every night.
I think Follow You is another one we've only started playing fairly recently, which is sort of becoming a bit of it's a different type of song to anything else we have in the set. So fans seem to really enjoy that one too.